What is up guys, welcome back to another weekly forecast for GJ. So we are coming in the new month of November, so let's see how the previous monthly close and try to plan out what we can do in the whole month of November. Right. Also stay tuned to the end of the video where I'll be sharing with you guys how the signal group went and my thoughts on it. So yeah, let's get right into the charts. So going the monthly time frame, right? Monthly time frame, we have this level right here. As you can see, price had a reaction previously, and also if you look closely, the previous monthly candle actually managed to close above the previous resistance. So coming in the whole of the month, what I can anticipate is a bottom wick creation, right, and a drive out to fill the wick to the left and eventually head up. So that's the overall bias on the monthly time frame itself. But of course, if we are going to scalp for 10-20 pips, what we need to look at is on the lower time frames, which is the weekly and daily time frame, right? So as you can see, every candle has to create a bottom wick first. So this bottom wick could be a retracement on the daily or weekly candle. So let's now go down to the weekly time frame. So what I mean by the bottom wick creation, right? So the bottom wick creation on the monthly could mean a deeper retracement of the weekly, because you can see currently the weekly time frame is rejecting a zone right towards the left, this rejection area, and for the past 2 weeks GJ has been closing bearish, right, leaving a rejection wick. So coming in next week, still I can anticipate a deeper retracement down, which is the bottom wick creation on the monthly time frame. Where will it start to form a support? I have to go down to the daily and 4-hour time frame to find key potential zones where I think GJ will find support at. Right, going down to the day time frame, they just adjust this zone. As you can see, this was where price found support, right? It ranged for quite a bit for the whole of last week, and looking at how the Friday candle closed, if I draw a line, you can see how this candle actually closed below previous candles. It managed to close below a daily support. That's a very clear sign that GJ wants to continue bearish and perhaps create that monthly bottom wick to drive further up. Right. So what I can anticipate is a further bearish move down and eventually find support somewhere, right? On the weekly and daily time frame, it's still quite tough to find a potential zone, so I have to go down to the 4-hour time frame to see potential support areas where GJ can find. Right off the bat, I can find a level right here, and even so right here, right? So these are zones where I'll be looking at, right? 60 pips, and the lower one is around 140 pips. Next week, I'll start to look for sells to retest this level and see how price reacts to this level. I won't be taking any trades because I won't know if price gonna reverse or it will break down, right? If price can close below this level, of course I'll take further sells into this area right here. So that's on the 4-hour time frame. These are the two zones that I'll be looking at. So let me just mark them out. 155 370 and 154 680. Go down to 1-hour time frame. So we have a support right here. So once a 1-hour time frame can close below 155 950, then I think there's potential sales. But coming in Monday, of course there's a gap in the market, so I'll let it pan out. I'll wait for more candles to play out before taking any trades. But coming in next week, I'll still look for sells, mainly because of how the weekly and daily close, right? The weekly closed bearish, rejecting the monthly zone. The daily managed to close below the daily support, right? So that's what I'm looking for, and this bearish move will overall be the monthly bottom wick creation, and eventually the flip up on the monthly could be your buys up to fill the monthly wick. So let's see how this will play out, because we still are very early, right? November haven't even started, so let's just keep that at the back of our head and go and look at and focus on the weekly and daily time frame to derive your bias for the day itself. So for buys, maybe I will look for either a fake out here, right, in order to drive up to retest resistance right here or even right here. So for buys, it's not that straightforward, because I will still need a higher time frame confirmation, maybe a 1-hour candle closing back in the range right around here, and coming in the next day, I would anticipate a further drive up once again. This bottom wick could just be the monthly bottom wick, right? But again, we don't know how low price would go, so we need to take each daily candle closure to then derive the bias for the next day. For buys, there's fake out scenario that I'll be looking at, and potentially whenever it finds resistance and breaks and it rejects a key level of support and breaks above resistance, then I'll take the retracement to drive back up. At any point in time where price starts to reject a key support, then that's where I'll start to look for buys if the resistance are broken. I think that's about it, right? It's quite straightforward because it's a new month. The new month closed bullish. Weekly and daily, we anticipate a deeper retracement. After looking at how the weekly and daily close, right, close bearish and breaking support. 4 hour, we marked out our zones to take note of, and 1 hour time frame, you can see clean candles down to the zones, right? Trade levels to levels and you should be safe. So now what I want to talk about is the signal channel, right? So after a lot of considerations and I took a lot of time to reflect whether if I want to continue the signal channel, because at the start there's a lot of with anything new, there's a lot of psychological barriers where I had to face, which caused quite a few losses at the start. But overall, we're still in the profits the whole month of October, around 8%. There's running trades that potentially would hit around 24% to close off the month of October. But towards the end, I realized that my psychology was much better and I managed to get hold of the pressure, right? Calling out trades to around 50 over people, which got me at the start, like I'm not gonna lie, because it's just something new that I didn't face before. So I'm glad I managed to persevere and come out strong at the end of the month. And yeah, I decided to step up and continue running the signal channel. Right, so the signal channel would now be launched on Patreon, which I will publish the tiers at November 1st Pacific time. I just want to take this time to thank those that actually supported me along the way since my whole journey, right? At the start, where I just sharing my journals, and now I'm just guiding aspiring traders and also sharing my trade ideas, calling out signals and all. And so yeah, hope we all get a great November. And yeah, if there's anything you guys want to ask me, just hit me up on Instagram. I'll answer all questions. And yeah, that's about it. Hope to see you guys on Monday, and please take care.